Are you looking to use YouTube as an integral part of your business? Well, today's interview is perfect for you. I've got Evan from Grips Poker, and he's going to talk to us about how YouTube is a part of his business, driving traffic to his website, selling his books, selling his coaching. Welcome, Subscriber Nation. Today I've got an exciting interview coming from Toronto. I've got Evan from Grips. His channel is about coaching people on how to play poker. So it's a pretty cool concept here, and it's a great business. But I want to start out and head right on over. And why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay, so my name's Evan Jarvis. I've been playing poker for about 10 years now, and I created Grips.com quite a while back, probably 5, 6, 7 years ago, and I've been doing a lot of stuff on YouTube over the last couple of years. Recently, I decided that I wanted to share some of my gifts with people out there who are aspiring to do the same things I did with poker, and I created the goal of helping people become the best poker players that they can be, and that's what I'm kind of trying to do with Grips.com.
Yeah, it's very cool. I've gone through a couple things on your channel and kind of seen what you do in terms of reviewing other people's play, but also I see you as kind of like a coach, kind of like a personal life coach for people who want to play poker, and I love your messaging. So maybe we can get to the next question, which is where do you draw your inspiration from?
So I have two main sources of inspiration. When it comes to the YouTubing, when it comes to the teaching, when it comes to the helping other people, I have quite a few people that I watch on YouTube. These are the people I consider to be my mentors. So number one is Eric Thomas, E.T. the Hip Hop Preacher. He's a real serious public speaker, real serious pump-up artist. He gave me a lot of energy when I really needed it a couple years ago, and I've rolled with that. For fitness and health, I really like to watch Elliot Hulse at Strength Camp and Paul Chek, who they're both just total geniuses in my opinion. For personal power and relationships, I like to watch RSD Tyler. And for kind of inner peace and spiritual growth, I like to watch Infinite Waters. So between those 5 channels, I get my fix of inspiration of like, what can I be doing to help other people? What have these guys done to help me? What parts of that can I share with my community? In terms of helping people with poker, it's pretty easy. Once I started getting the project rolling and people were using the information that I was giving them, the results started coming in. So anytime I get an email from a student or a tweet or a Facebook message from a student with a picture of a big win or something, that's all I need to keep me going. I see that they're getting success, and that gives me motivation to keep doing what I'm doing because clearly it's working.
Yeah, it's very cool. Like I said, one of the things I really like about your channel is how it's not necessarily about winning money with poker, but it's the feeling you get and kind of like learning more things about poker and becoming a better player. So I can see how that how you can feel good when one of your students does well, even though you're not necessarily making any money off of that. But it's cool. I like how that works for your channel. But maybe we can take it to kind of a less inspirational time. Maybe you could tell us about a time that you learned from a mistake.
Okay. Well, I like to kind of get in and get out when I'm doing my videos. I get inspired, I'm ready to produce, and I just want to get in there, do the shot, and be done with it. So I usually do one take. I have what I want to say ready to go. I shoot it, and then that's it. But I've found a couple of times that you got to check your audio equipment before you start, because on more than one occasion I've recorded a 30-minute video where I talked about all these things, usually like my trip reviews, and then afterwards I go to replay it and there's just no sound. Now, I'm dedicated, so I go ahead and re-record it right after, but I'll tell you that second time through the quality isn't quite there because there's a little bit of frustration in my voice that I'm carrying with me when I'm putting that across, even though my message is a little clear, but there's still some underlying frustration. So always check your audio equipment before you start. That 5-10 seconds of just, turning on the recorder and replaying it to see if you have sound or not is very important.
Well, how about telling us about a piece of equipment that you can't live without?
When I first started recording on YouTube, a lot of people would say, the sound quality is not great. There's some kind of static sounds, or it gets too loud at some points. And I thought, no big deal, whatever. I'll just work with what I got. And then when I actually started listening to my own videos, I realized, they're right. The sound quality is a little bit off. So the piece of equipment that I can't live without is my Blue Yeti microphone. I started by buying a Blue Snowball, which improved the quality, but when I went to the Blue Yeti, it went from, homeroom project to kind of like studio production quality is how I feel the changes with the audio. And that really just came from listening to the fans. They said, you need to change this. And once you take your fans seriously, a lot changes. So the Blue Yeti mic and also the audio program Audacity is very helpful as well to really clean up those sounds and make those sound waves look perfect and come out sounding very crisp and very clear.
Yeah, I don't have a Blue Yeti myself. I would love to have one. I've got some kind of, weird setup here to use old analog microphones into digital. But yeah, the Blue Yeti, I've heard wonderful things about it. So how about we move on to talk about my favorite topic, which is money. I see that you're running ads on your channel, and you've got a pretty decent sized channel with a lot of viewers, so you're making some money from the ads. But maybe you could tell us a different way that you're making money, because I know you've got some other stuff going on.
Yeah, so the ads are a great place to start. They'll give you some initial income to start building on your channel and looking into advertising and promotion. But for me, I want to sell some other products as well that I think will really help my students. So the ones I've put the most time into are my books. I have a book on tournaments and I have a book on cash games. And those are the products that I charge money for because, I just put a lot more time into them. I put a lot more effort into them. There's a lot more thought and there's a lot more value in those products than there are in just watching a 15 or 30-minute YouTube video. I also make money by selling coaching on my website and offering coaching from other poker players as well, where I'll collect a commission for, putting the people in touch. If you have a talent, if you have a skill that is worth money to someone else who wants to learn from you, giving away some free content on YouTube to give people a sample of what your skills are is a really good way to give them kind of a free trial before they actually book you for that one-on-one time. So if they do want to book you for coaching, they'll feel very comfortable doing it and feel like they're getting their money's worth because they know pretty much exactly what they're supposed to expect from that session. So those are a couple of ways that I make money on top of just the ads that run on YouTube. But I do want to stress that, if you're going to sell things off YouTube and on a website, it's very important that the look of your page and the quality of your store matches up with what you kind of want to offer to your viewers, to your students. So if you want to sell some stuff in a store, I would recommend don't cheap out on the store and probably reinvest those ad revenues you picked up off your YouTube channel to build a nice, high quality, good looking store.
So maybe you could tell us what's next for you.
What's next for me is to really focus on making 2015 my year. Our motto for 2014 at Team Grips Training Camp and Grips.com is that 2014 is our year. It was all about the community. And I gave a lot of myself, a lot of my effort towards building up the community and helping other people out. Now, I've always had a pretty ridiculous goal, which is to win the main event at the World Series of Poker, where first prize it's about $10 million. So 2015, I'm going to focus back on that. Make 2015 my year. I'm going to get some coaching from some good friends of mine. I'm going to really start working on my game with some softwares, and I'm going to hopefully start documenting everything I'm doing so I can share the experience with the students and kind of give them the model to follow if they want to do the same thing and have some major goal that they're trying to accomplish in 2015. So hopefully come July, I'll be making the November 9 and going back to Vegas in November to play for $10 million.
It's great to have that plan, and I wish you luck on the $10 million. Well, why don't we wrap things up here and you can tell Subscriber Nation how they can find you.
Yeah, if you're interested in watching some of my content, you can head on over to youtube.com/grips. I have tournament reviews, live cash game sessions, and also something we call Project Get Me Stacking, where viewers send in questions, be it poker or just regular health and life related, and I try to give them the best answer, give them some helpful feedback with things they can start implementing right away. Also, if you're interested in actually watching me play live or hanging out with me during a session, on Fridays and Sundays at twitch.tv/grips, I do live streaming. Friday we do home games so you can actually play with me, and on Sunday I show you guys what a day in the life of an online tournament grinder really looks like. And lastly, if you want to join Team Grips, you can head on over to www.grips.com. Plenty of free articles and videos and content there for you to step up your poker game.
Wonderful. Evan, thank you so much for joining us, and Subscriber Nation, we will see you next time.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been a real pleasure, and all the best.
Well, thank you for watching this interview. I know it's been a few weeks since we've posted an interview. The channel at subscribernation.com, we're now more of a mix of how-to videos and interviews with people who are successfully using YouTube for their business. I hope you like the new mix. Let me know in the comment section down below.